Hello, everyone, and welcome to the number one. No, that's not the thing we're doing tonight. Welcome to another Work in Progress Wednesday stream where me and my erstwhile companions, Shane, otherwise known as Voices on Silent, want to say hello, Shane.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Will, otherwise known as Tactical D-Bag, want to say hello, Will.
Hello.
Hello. And Kajan, otherwise known as Kajan. I'd like to say good evening, Kajan.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, thank you all for joining. And we're just basically here to talk hobby sense, and so that's what you're in for this evening. Yeah. At the risk of this sounding like an insensitive question on November 6th, 2024. How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm doing splendid.
Good, glad to hear it. Thanks, Shane. Will, how you doing tonight?
Oh, doing okay.
That's good.
A little warm. We're getting a little bit of a heat wave down here.
Oh, we're getting that up
it's
here
only
too,
80
man.
degrees outside.
Yeah, 80 degrees, which is nice and pleasant, but we turned the AC off at our house, and being the Americans that we are, we love our air conditioning.
Yes.
And it is nice and a little bit too nice and toasty inside right now.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that. We got it warm. We didn't get it that warm. We got up to like 20 degrees Celsius, which I think is like 72
Thereabouts, yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Something like that.
We might have gotten a little higher than that yesterday. Yesterday we broke a record for the hottest day in like 50 years. And today we were like a degree away from breaking the record for.
That's quitter heat.
What's that?
That's quitter heat.
Twitter heat?
Quitter. Didn't try to break the record.
Oh, quitter. Sorry. I was losing the first syllable. Thing. We're Canadians. We can only get so hot, you know.
My AC actually froze up last weekend because we've had so much fluctuating temperatures that I turned the AC on, and like the house was like, it was hot during the day,
Yeah.
hot enough that I wanted the AC on, but then I left the AC on overnight, and it got cold enough that the compressor on my outside unit like froze over. Had
Holy
to turn the
cow.
the whole system off for like 4 or 5 hours during the day for it to like melt down, and luckily when I turned it back on it was fine. But
Aren't you like an HVAC dude?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like just kind of a mistake on my part, but luckily I knew how to fix it.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least you knew what you were doing when it broke.
Yeah, well, I also knew exactly what to look for, because like basically what was happening was it was then hot the next day, and I was going upstairs, and it's like, it is like 76 degrees up here. Where's my air conditioning? There's no cold air coming out of my vent. And I was like, oh no. And so I went downstairs and I looked inside the outdoor unit, and there was just like a solid coating of like probably 3 or 4 inches of ice just
Holy
covering
two.
the compressor.
No lasting damage though?
No, no, it should be fine. Yeah, I mean, you have to remember it's an outdoor unit, so
Oh right, it goes through the winter.
snow and stuff can get inside it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, what's his name? Miniac had a post, I think it was on Halloween or something like that. Him just like standing outside, I think it was his studio, with like blowing snow and being like, Happy Halloween!
Yeah.
Which is
He
something
lives
we're
in
used
like
to in Canada. Not this year, but
Is he in Canada, or where is he
no.
at?
He's in I want to say he's in Minnesota. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Somewhere
that makes
around there.
sense. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. Oh, sounds like you could be related to someone up in Canada there.
Oh yeah, yeah. The hoser. Oh betcha. All right. Today's task is to not accidentally cut myself while I'm chopping this up.
Sorry, I wandered away to get some water. Oh,
Yeah, don't cut yourself accidentally. I actually just did that again.
again?
Yeah, the other
Much.
day.
Oh
Oh, I thought
man,
you meant right now.
there's this little video that like I kept seeing on Instagram or Reddit or something the other day, which is like the joys of woodworking, and someone like carving a nice little cute little wooden pumpkin, but like gradually over time as he's like whittling it down, his fingers are just like progressively has more bandages wrapped up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hey, listen, Dan's here. Dan can tell us all about that. Dan's a woodworker. Dan Kaplinger. Welcome, Dan. Just before this stream, I was sending him random questions about random types of wood and which one should I buy. And he was giving me very helpful advice about like the like hardness scale that they use for wood and all this stuff. So Dan might be able to tell us how accurate that is. Pumpkin bloodied. Kajan, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Great.
What's everybody been working on?
I've been working on my gang for Hysterian. I'm trying to keep it kind of like sort of secret, but not super secret. But basically, I've not been posting about it. You guys are my real friends. So these are the Fisher people that Hydra made. So this is a bit of a team gang, where that.
All right.
Oh, I love it. I love the color scheme.
Thanks.
Yeah, they look great.
So Hydra made them and then sent them to me, and I'm painting them and taking them to the Visterian event as my gang. So it's a bit of a team project. Yeah, I've been painting them. They're almost done. I got to do their bases. I got plans. I got like materials ready. Have to. Here's the a lot of dirty down products on here. The moss, the rust. Lots of other paints. I was able to use my favorite secret weapon paint of all time. Does anyone know what it is?
Baby poop.
Oh my god, you're the best. How the hell did you remember that?
Because baby poop is amazing.
Oh, that's soft body black. Where's my baby poop? I never thought I'd be saying that on stream. Where's my baby poop? What?
Somebody please clip this and take it completely out of context.
Where's my baby poop? Oh, there's my baby poop. Oh man, I feel so uncomfortable until I find my baby poop. Yeah, don't write this down. You can't buy it anymore. Secret weapon doesn't exist. It went out of business. However, allegedly on the internet, there are recipes for all of these because they're just Sailor Rowney inks mixed together. I got to look up the baby poop recipe because this one was in rough shape when I opened it.
I really like sewer water. That was always my favorite.
I think I have that one as well.
Yeah, that was always my favorite secret weapon. Wash.
Yeah, here's the dudes. Looking kind of gungy. These are probably some of the gungiest miniatures I've ever painted. Got to get that ink 28 style. But I'll post.
I really love the one with the lantern. That one's my favorite.
I didn't know if I was going to use her. I was like, I don't know. Like she's kind of like a civilian. She doesn't really have any like weapons or anything. The other ones. Oh, did you see the secret about her?
Oh, I did not.
Behind her lantern.
Yes.
On the side of her shirt.
I like it.
So this was another Hydra creation. And I wasn't going to use her, but then I was like, oh, I need a psyker for my gang. I was like, oh, the Wire Brothers sent this amazing priest model that they cast. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. But then I needed to do like conversions to it to like match my gang. And I was like, oh, those conversions. And I just like never got around to it. So I'm a week away from the event. And I'm like, I need a psyker. Well, this lovely lady could be a psyker.
I think that's
like
fitting.
The maiden or something. What?
That's fair.
She's pregnant. Shh, it's a secret. What could the baby be hiding? Gee, I don't know.
Probably extra.
My God.
What?
What you should do is that every game, every time she does something, do a gender reveal party.
It's an alien horror.
Yeah, I think the yellow was a good choice.
I've never painted yellow. That's why I went with it.
Oh, nice. Well, you did a good job.
Same thing with blue.
Good job for having never painted yellow before.
Well, it looked a lot better before I gunged it up, let me tell you. I got it like to a very good standard with pink spray paint, pink primer, and then I proceeded to make a mess of it because it's I think 28. But you can kind of see it on some of the guys. Like it's kind of preserved the quality of the yellow. Come on, guy. No, focus on the miniature. This is what I want you to.
It is focusing on the miniature. It's
No, it
not
was
the one
focusing
in
on my
front.
hand. So yeah, the yellow's still like pretty good on some of them where I like wiped away the gunge. His hat's supposed to be leather, but so some of them are still pretty yellow. From above, they're
like
yellowest.
What's the basing gonna be like?
The basing is gonna be like, again, because you're my real friend. Got a little bit of this action, chopped it up, made a little bit of
nice.
this action.
Oh, sweet.
Oh yeah.
So it's supposed to look
Ship
like the
deck.
deck of a ship or something like that. I don't know. Not actually. I'm going to use my circular drill bits that I bought for basing my miniatures and cut out circles of this, and hopefully it works, even though it's wood. And then that's going to be their bases. I'll have to,
Very
of course,
cool.
paint it and weather it. But...
This one?
Yeah. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Shane, are you able to look?
Oh yeah, let me take a look. Talking about weather.
What is this, a bunch of Canadians? We already started talking about weather, never mind.
Response to us talking about the heat and everything. Electric Dust Bunny just got sliced on his orcs. I'm sorry to hear that.
Uh-oh.
You gotta keep that super glue on hand.
And then put it on your hand.
Yes. If a blood sacrifice, Dwarfened says, if a blood sacrifice isn't made to a project, it will never be filled with life.
This is true. I've filled a couple of projects with life in my time. Not all of them, though.
Funny story about that, actually. We had a guy at my old hobby club long time ago. He played World Eaters. He had like stupid. He'd been playing the hobby since like the 80s.
Oh, he's not one
I
of
think
the
you told us
like
this
I'm
story.
gonna paint
Oh
it with
yeah.
blood
Isn't this
guys.
apocryphal?
Yeah.
Doesn't everyone have a story?
He put a drop of his own blood in every red paint he owned.
Weird, man.
Yeah,
Weird.
it came up on Daca like once every year, and
It
every
was
year
Shane
he's
posting it
like,
over and over again.
more different, not Darth Bob.
Like, and Will's like, Shane, stop trying to make foreign blood sacrifice happen. Not gonna happen, buddy. Wait. So you're just telling the apocryphal story, or you're claiming that that's actually your guy?
Oh, I know for a fact that a guy at my hobby club did it. I
Well, maybe he
witnessed
read
him
it.
put a
Maybe
drop
he's
of
like,
blood
I'll
in his
do that.
paint.
That's a great idea.
No, I don't do it. That's weird.
No,
And
maybe
I'm
the
not
guy.
even sure if that would like affect the properties of the paint. Like it might make your paint like go bad or something. I don't know.
It wouldn't be enough matter for it to go bad.
Mostly just
You
water.
might have biological matter, something for the fungus to eat, because that's how you get mold.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I could see it being similar to if you lick your paintbrush and then dip it in the pot. In terms of how much biological matter is going into it, but yeah, it was weird. Yeah, he was a weird guy. But
So you knew that he did this. You saw him do it.
Yes, I knew for a fact because one time we were hobbying at the game club and he cut himself working on one of his models, and then he was like, "Oh," and he like pulled out one of his paints and chipped his finger in it.
Maybe that was just that one. I hope that was that one. That's some shit.
Yeah. Yes, part of me feels like he was just being
Extra.
You know, yeah, and then like he was like, "Oh yeah, I do this all the time." I like to believe that he didn't actually do that ritualistically, but I don't know. He was a weird guy, so I would not put it past him.
Yeah.
Gamers being weird?
Yeah,
I never.
exactly.
Didn't say. I am trying to pin rubbery toy plastic. I don't.
Should be able to work, right? Just need to eventually.
What else is going on in the chat, Shane?
Dan Kaplinger explicitly tries not to bleed on his project these days.
These days.
I thought you were an expert.
He's an expert on woodworking. It's because he's an expert he's not bleeding on his projects. That's what I'm going with.
On the topic of gluing on those kind of toys, it's pretty possible because I see Bill from Bill Making Stuff do it all the time.
Okay, cool.
Although he always sands down that type of plastic because he said that primer sometimes has hard time adhering to it.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that was my second thought. I guess I can just kind of like back it up by putting... Well, I can try sanding it down when I'm happy. Yeah, so how this relates to the guys I was just showing you is that these dudes need a altar for the event, and they're a bunch of fishermen. So what would they use as an altar? A big friggin' fish!
Yes.
But no normal fish. It has to be like a fish that has been like, you know, imbued with certain godly gifts or whatever. So basically they bring this big, weird, mutated fish, and they're like, look! It is a sign from the Emperor! Look at his bounty! It's actually beneath the waves, let's go figure it out. And everyone else is like, why is that fish so hideous? So what I'm doing right now is trying to mutate a big shark.
So it's like coming full circle now that it's the Gene Stealer cults were inspired by the cult of Dagon, and now this cult of Dagon is inspired by the Gene Stealer cults.
Yo, you joke, but you don't know what my my cult's name is. It's the
Dagano?
Esoteric Brotherhood of Dachande.
Ah, there you go. Of
But I'm
course.
writing, it's written, right? So people are just going to see the like the typed version of it. So unless someone goes Dachande, like I'm going to put H's and stuff in it. But unless someone sees it and goes Dachande, they're not going to.
Well, I think anybody who knows anything about Lovecraft is going to see esoteric blank
hope
of
so.
blank, and they're going to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Because literally, I was talking to Hydra because hold on, I mentioned that the it's kind of a team project between the two of us, and even though I'm going to be there and he's not, um, yeah, so it's kind of like a team project, and like I was like talking to him, like, what should we call it? What should we do? This, that, the other thing, and like we're going back and forth, and like even today, I was like, hey, which purple paint should I use on like the leather? Because you said that I should put purple on it. Anyway, so we've been collaborating a bit, but he was like, oh yeah, you could call it like, well, there's the Esoteric Order of Dagon, but that's too obvious. And I'm like, listen, I didn't even know about that, and I love Lovecraft. So we changed it. I'm like, well, we could do like the Esoteric Brotherhood of Dagon or the Esoteric Fellowship of Dagon. And Simon really liked Fellowship because apparently in Germany, there's these things on packaging called follow fishes. I don't know if you guys have... Oh yeah, like Kajan, you probably know about these. Do you know what I'm talking about? A follow fish or something?
idea. Never heard of it.
Apparently it's something where you like scan it on the food and it can tell you like where it came from. So maybe it's only on like organic stuff or I don't know what. But this is called a follow fish. And then he said that that reminded him of like fellowship. And then there's some other thing. Oh, ship. He liked that fellowship had the word boat in it because they're fishing. So that's what we went with.
Puns on puns on puns on puns.
Yes.
What?
Just all the puns.
Called what?
Puns.
Puns?
All
Puns.
the
Sorry,
puns.
puns. I didn't hear. Your mic's a little low, Will. I didn't hear.
Yeah, that's... Maybe it's the chat
It's a
option
what?
that we... Maybe it's the chat that we chose today as opposed to the normal.
Oh, you think it's the chat messing with you? Oh, maybe. Oh,
Maybe.
right. Maybe I have your mic tweaked. And it saves it by chat.
Yeah, it does. It do.
Where are
It
you?
do that.
User volume.
Do, 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 do.
That doesn't deafen us. What's everybody else working on?
I'm almost done with the bell guy. I just need to finish the actually attaching the bell and putting
Nice.
on his other arm
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
and doing his base. Of course.
Bases, what a-
Base.
I'm working on my November project.
Amazing. Oh, have you? Wait, did you tell us what that is? And you don't have to. I'm curious if you want to share, and if you want to keep it as a surprise, I'm all for that as well.
I rolled the experimental biomorph option. So I've been kind of playing around, but there's a nice little tyrant torso here that I've chopped the vents off, and
Nice.
hopefully we'll replace it with fun goodies. Fun goodies.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing it.
I'm really hoping that it comes out like the way that I'm like kind of envisioning it. So
I think it'll probably come out better than you concerned, because we won't be in your head about exactly how you want.
yeah, funnily enough, I was originally gonna base this on a Tyrant Guard model,
Yeah.
and I realized it was gonna be entirely too small to pull off. So
You want bigger?
yeah, I have like 1 or 2 Tyrant kits spare lying around, so might as well do something with it.
Yeah. Good kit though. It's a very
It is
good
a
kit.
very good kit.
If I were to have one lying around, I think that would be one.
I feel like if they ever choose to replace this with a newer edition of it, might have to make a run on like purchasing
Yeah, you better hope
several.
we find out before they've like sold the last one, sold down. But yeah, that would be a smart thing. The only downside is that to build a tyrant.
Yeah, I'm noticing that, but thankfully a lot of it's probably going to be infilled with some uh, green stuff and other accoutrement.
Cool. But like most old Tyranids, like the Carnifex is also
Oh
yappy as
god,
all
it's
get
so
out.
bad.
Oh, the Carnifex is so bad. I'm glad I have like some older releases of that kit, like that I've had for
Why
a
are they
long
better?
time. Yeah, the like the molds have just gotten really old, and some of the older ones go together a lot easier than the
Oh,
newer
I'm
releases of them.
surprised. That's
Yeah, I remember when that kit first came out, like the kits fit pretty well. Yeah, the molds just degrade over time.
yeah. What else is going on? If you're doing.
Dwarfenage finished his wizard turtle.
Oh, congratulations! Those were good pictures you shared in Discord, Rooney.
The hell was that?
Oh no, Radon friction burned his hand going down the steps of the basement. That sucks.
Ow.
Ooh.
Hey,
How?
buddy. He was rushing down there to see us.
Oh.
And then we were late.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
what
why did I friction burn my hand?
we forgot what part of Rick
Oh, thank you.
Priestley's
Well, Shane, since you
American.
are the one who remembered, I think you're the one who should tell us. Every week we come to people from Rick Priestley's palatial North American cottage. So why don't you let people know what part of Rick Priestley's palatial?
We are coming from his from his home theater.
Home theater, fancy. Rick, man, you've really outdone yourself at this place. Home theater. All right, thank you, Shane. Yes, we're coming to you live from Rick Priestley's. And Radon995 got a friction burn on his hand, racing downstairs to the home theater to join the stream, watch the stream, something.
Yes.
In IMAX.
Yep, he's got a full IMAX theater in his home theater.
Wait, Dan Kablinger says, yeah, the aquatic NIDS, yeah. Oh. I read the aquatic NIDS year. Like, that we had done mid-November and done an aquatic theme. But then I thought, only me, Hydra, we made aquatic theme NIDS one time. I know other people have, but...
That would be a fun theme for November one year.
Yeah, it might be a bit niche, but I love it.
It is niche, but it's something you don't see a lot, so it'd be a good opportunity to see more of them.
Uh-huh.
About just generally abstract NIDs.
Abstract
Yes,
NIDS would be
this
cool
is
too.
this is my cube with 6 other cubes attached to it.
Needs to look like a Tyranid. Tom Wilson. Okay, Dwarfenage says, or Mausoleum says, in 50s, 60s here in the Ozarks. So that's 50s and 60s. That's cooler, right? That's like teens in Celsius, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cool. So Radon says 70s, 60s, and 50s here in. What is the Lower Peninsula? Is that Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but oh, it's like the thumb
That's
of the glove.
the glove part instead of the hat.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Around 15, 16 Celsius.
Thanks, Kajan. Tom Wilson says, welcome to the apocalypse. I don't believe that for a second. Electro Just Bunny says, hey, Mr. Pink, is it okay if I call you my Canadian dad? No, I'm sorry. That's a little weird. I'm not into it. I don't need people calling me daddy. I'll have to explain that to Nora and it'll not be a good thing. What else we got? Whoa, Dan Kaplinger's only bled 1 drop. Oh, I guess that's what you talked about. Also,
I guess I
to
should
make
be
me bleed
working
my
on
own
Tyranid
blood.
stuff.
sorry, what was that, Shane?
I said I guess I should be working on Tyranid stuff right now.
Well, you're I'm not really, sort of.
It's Tyranid adjacent. I mean, I guess the Bell guy is also Tyranid adjacent, but
Sorry, Will, what were you saying?
Oh no, just making a dumb joke. I don't even remember what my dumb joke was at this point.
we have lost.
Sorry, I lost. I
yes.
dropped my mouse on the ground and oh, what? No, oh, I dropped my mouse on the ground and weird shit happened. It like closed all my windows or minimized all my windows. And then OBS is like, you sure you want to end streaming? I'm like, no, absolutely not. I do not. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
I left my hobby blade in another room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Radon says is both nice and horrid because I'm coming to terms that there'll be barely any snow this winter. I thought they said this winter was going to be very snowy. It's like a La Nina year or something.
I think it depends on which part of the country you're
Right. But like I feel like Michigan's close to like southern Ontario. Hopefully you get some snow because I'd assume that like with the Great Lakes and lake effect, you'd probably some parts of that state would get a lot of snow. Blah, blah, blah. So Dwarfenage is working on names for a lizard turtle. For a wizard turtle. Lizard turtle. Oh, Radon was rushing down the stairs to do dishes. How very responsible of you. Man, Endorphinage tried to do an aquatic route conversion for the Siege of Peck Etch Discord, but only 4 people got in on it. I'm sorry I didn't get in on it, man. William Ford says that stinks. Y'all won't have much snow. Hopefully it's wrong. What was that?
Shark fruit.
What?
Shark fruit.
Shark Fruit would be good. Okay, that's caught up in the chat. Guess I should do some sculpting. Get some more weird shit on this. Your home, too good for your home?
What's everybody else working on tonight?
What was that?
What's everyone else in the chat
Thank
working on
you.
tonight?
Yes, what's everyone else in the chat working on right now? There's other people. I know some people mentioned their November projects. I think Radon was saying he had an idea. And
What Elf Wednesday?
Wood Elf Wednesday?
Yeah, Tom Wilson's apparently posting his What Elf Wednesday Instagram post.
Oh,
Even though,
cool.
it's
That's a good Wednesday.
now Thursday there. For across the pond.
Was that last bit?
But for across the pond, it's Wednesday. Or Thursday.
Still lost. Oh, it's still Wednesday here.
I'll definitely give it like mandibles.
Give it what?
Give it mandibles.
I was worried about going too hard. Like, I want it to look weird and messed up, but not over the top. You know what I'm saying? Might be
I
the
feel
wrong
like
choice.
I would start with some tentacles then.
Yeah, I have shitty tentacles that I don't love from the spore mines. I don't know where I put those bits. So now I've just got my good bits. I turn a bit box. That's the tentacle.
Use toxicrine tentacles.
Oh, you know what I'll use? Toxicrine tentacles are a bit too precious. I'm going to use the really shitty lash whips that come with the Tonic Guard.
Oh yeah, those actually will work. They kind of have that like weird squid
They
like.
have a squiddy look to them.
Yeah.
Like I used them on my long-suffering Gene Stealer Enslaver hybrid because they looked like weird alien things and not necessarily too. Do I have any left?
I would like to use the opportunity to say, if you guys have leftover green stuff and you can make a box like this, as I'm showing right now, which is full of tentacles.
Oh, right. Good point, Kajan. However, that would require me to have a time machine. Get past Nick started on that.
I mean, you can still make them, so...
Okay, this is frustrating. I have part of one crappy squid. Where are they? Woo!
Remember, folks, always pin your stuff. All of it.
Come again?
Always pin your stuff.
Yes, all of it.
Tedious. But
Tedious
it'll hold
now,
place.
amazing later. It'll be much more tedious later if you don't pin it. Words.
True that. True that.
And nothing beats a good armature.
Yeah, like that's what I'm doing here. Like this is a weird, like rubbery, flexible critter. So I made sure to pin these weird back fins with in so that because if I just pin this to the surface, it's a weird surface. Makes it much stronger. And then I intend to sculpt something at this end. Got that armature there. As Kajan says. Oh, I have old spore mines.
Josh Reyna says he sculpts his extra stuff, green stuff in the ball so that he can use them to fill larger cavities, and 2 eyeballs for his dead space nids, and 3 bubbles for basic material. That's
Smart. However,
definitely-
that can get heavy. You're filling up a space with solid greens.
But it's also
Yeah.
nice foundational material if you're trying to build on top of it too. So
Oh, this thing's getting messed up. We got like some cloaca action here.
oh god,
We
those
have to
guys.
get that Slaneshi sound.
Oh god, I
Warning,
just came back and the
Slaneshi
first thing I
content.
heard was Cloaca.
What's that?
I said I just got back and the first thing I hear is we've got some Cloaca up in here.
You came back for absolutely the best friggin' part. Welcome.
Okay.
Saved it. I saved it for you. I thought you kind
I appreciate you saving the advent of the Cloaca for me.
Wait, Mr. Pink, do you have any of those strangle web bits from the new tier?
The horse dongs? Do I have any horse dongs? I have not.
Man,
I don't know
I'm
what's
gonna use that
funnier.
terminology.
I don't know what's funnier. You asking me if I have any horse dongs, or the thought that I would buy any termagants at all ever in my life that didn't come with other Tyranids that I actually wanted. I've overdosed on termagants.
Technically, I didn't suggest that you purchased it. I just asked whether or not you had the bit.
Oh, whether I obtained
So-
it. Gotcha.
Mr. Pink, before you cut this part up, never mind, I'm too late.
What?
I wanted to suggest that you could maybe use, if you have it, the back part of a Venom trope instead. It would be a little smaller, and you could sculpt around it to make it look just as bubbly, but it's probably going to fit a little bit better. So you don't
Hi,
need
John.
to cut that one up.
I don't want to have to sculpt anything, and it's also
Okay.
hilarious that you think that I don't have 40 million of these because I never use them.
I mean, I figured everybody has some for the awesome zoanthrope heads and stuff like that. So, and usually that.
Oh, you mean
moves-
the toxic? No, I'm talking about this piece of Turvagon, which is just like a Tyranid synonym for piece of crap. No, the Turvagon's not crap. This bit is like everyone's got 1,000 of these because no one wants to use them. So
Okay.
I'd rather use this than use bits from a Venom Throbe. Venom Throbe bits are actually like more precious to me. This sack of sacks.
Yeah, I mean, I only have one Turbogon kit lying around here, I believe. Yeah, and it's coming with the T-Fax.
Yep.
I believe, yeah. Then I have that bit somewhere laying around as well.
So
But I never looked at the kit beyond the gun.
oh, I hate the
So-
gun. I think everything else in it is, but I don't love the gun. Oh wait, I don't love the gun design of the rupture cannon. I love all the other gun design. It's
I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my happy grape juice.
oh great, your French juice.
Be right back.
Enjoy. Yeah, everyone, please imbibe whatever makes you happy tonight. Got some rough news. We're not talking about the happy escape from bad news beers.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that tonight. We're enjoying our hobby tonight. That's all. we're doing.
Whatever it is, we are not talking about.
Don't mention the war. I mentioned it once and I think I got away with it.
So I've decided to not use the Lictor, the original Lictor talons for my Talon Horror, and I'm actually going to use the old Death Leaper talons.
Oh, cool.
Because I really like the old Death Leaper talons. I've
They're big
always
enough?
loved the giant claw hand it's got at the end of the.
You'd
And
say they're
the-
big enough?
Oh yeah, they're huge.
So I got this shark here in Canada, and Kajan, can you read this? Wait for it.
Gleich. It's it's Schleich.
You recognize it?
Yeah, it's a toy manufacturer that does cheap rubber toys.
Well, I went into my
for
local
children.
toy store looking for a cheap rubber toy, and all they had was this German excellence. Kajan,
Oh, is it Schleich you said?
Gleich. Like, it's the imperative of sneak.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. I was talking to Hydra, and I went to like my mall that I grew up going to. It's kind of near my office, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna pop into that toy store that's been there for 80,000 years, and I'm just gonna pick up a little like plastic or rubber fish, shark, whale of some kind." And of course, the toy store that had been there for like 80 years or whatever is gone. You know what's there in its place?
Kebab store.
A nerd store. A place that's full
Yes.
of Funko Pops. It's like,
Mm.
ugh. I'm like, no, nerd culture has come and ruined exactly what I was looking for. Gotten so popular, it's got its own store, and the real toy store is gone. Anyway.
I believe the toy stores are nerd stores these days.
The what stores are nerd stores?
Toy stores are nerd stores these days.
Well, then I was looking for a new nerd store, not an old. So keep saying that. So Hydra's like, dude, why are you going to a toy store? Just go to the dollar store. I'm like, oh god, is that what has become of toys? Are they only sold at dollar stores now? So I went to the dollar store. What?
The cheapo stuff that you are wanting to convert is indeed a
Dollar store buy?
dollar store thing, yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately my dollar store it had some dinosaurs, but it didn't have sea life. So I went to the other toy store that's been there since I was a kid because my kid friend's mom opened it. And I remember being so excited when she opened this. I probably told the story before. So excited when she opened this toy store because I'm like, your mom is opening a toy store? Oh my god, I'm going to get Transformers there and G.I. Joes. I'm going to get Cops and I'm going to get some Thundercats. And like, this is like little baby Nick's first experience with like true evil. She opened an educational toy store.
I knew it.
An educational toy store. Have you ever heard of a bigger oxymoron in your life? So I didn't know what an educational toy store was until I went into my friend's mom's awesome toy store that she just opened and went, what the fuck is this? You call this a toy store? What?
These aren't toys.
This is learning.
Learning.
This is learning. That's not fun.
If I wanted schooling, I would have stayed in school. I was just kidding.
I dropped out of school for this.
I don't know what educational toy stores look like in the USA because over here
Neither do I. I live in Canada.
Yeah, but over here they are basically wooden toys and stuff like that. So
yeah, they sell stuff like that, and like I've always called like those kind of stores the Whole Foods of toy stores.
That's a really good way to describe it.
It really strikes me as like the same moms that shop exclusively at places like Whole Foods also shop exclusively at places like that for toys for their
Little
kids.
Johnny, now we're gonna get you some organic free range Duplo.
Yeah.
It's only made from friggin' mussel shells that were humanely harvested in Taiwan and oyster shells and spun into plastic for your enjoyment.
By other 9-year-olds like yourself.
What? By other 9-year-olds like yourself. Okay, yeah. Child labor, that's where we're going. That's good. I like that. Whole Foods of toys
is made somewhere where child labor laws are a lot different. And
you know what we had? So I'll tell you, Kajan, what we had here in Canada, not the United States, in our educational toy stores was all the stuff that you had in your normal toy stores. Because we had like Ravensburger, like puzzles and games and stuff. And then we had like Playmobil. And then we had some Lego. No, I know, but like these were like our educational toy store stuff. I feel like in Germany, maybe these were just like normal toy store stuff.
Yeah, that's normal toy store. I mean, although I have to say, actually last week they had some Lego on sale.
Yeah.
in one of the supermarkets, one of those special sale thingies where they buy a bunch of stuff. Anyway, and they actually sold Lego there, and not just any Lego, but it was a yellow box that read Lego Classic.
Oh my
Um,
god, Lego Classic.
Yeah.
No instructions. Just a
and of-
fuckload of 8-dot bricks.
Yeah, it was really just bricks, stuff like that. And the funny thing is about
Lego
it,
snobs.
because it was named Classic, I wanted to know what's in it, and you barely got any pieces in there. Like they didn't. I don't know if I'm thinking Classic. I'm thinking
the Knights?
top of Lego I used to have, which was basically just various sizes of pieces you could connect.
Yeah.
Like no sweeping arcs, no nothing. They were
So what was
just
in the Lego
basic.
Classic box?
Yeah, and there they had some ugly colors. I have to say.
Like primary
There
colors?
was no, they didn't. That's the problem. They didn't have primary colors. They
Weird.
had like a really yellow, green, and brown and stuff like that.
Could it be that we have only ever played with like 3rd edition Lego and like we've never seen the 1st edition?
I feel more like we played with 3rd edition Lego, and today they're getting 10th edition, where they have the redesigns of the 3rd edition.
No, but like Lego Classic, I'm saying is probably 1st edition Lego. Like we probably never played with the weird blocks that were brown.
Maybe.
Brown bricks.
What's that, Will?
I played with the brown Lego bricks, but then again, I grew up in kind of a developing nation, so I
Gotcha.
think we got the
But
handoff.
the problem is they also had sweeping arcs in there and stuff like that, like stuff I wouldn't. I remember as child that I didn't like those blocks because you couldn't use them for much.
Well, if you're like a amazing architect who's looking to design like a cathedral, you're probably like, this is amazing. I love these blocks.
I was more the guy that built space stations.
Of course, me too.
Ow.
Bless you.
Bitch.
Son.
Someone
That was
sacrificing
an ow.
block.
Did you do a sacrifice?
No, it's the metal lictor claws are sharp, but not that sharp.
Boy, these claws sure are sharp. Boy, howdy. They're good at their job.
Yep.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Still.
Trying to like get all the flash and stuff. Getting flash off metal bits is just a fucking
fun.
nightmare.
Good reason to go all plastic.
Well, these bits don't come in plastic, so.
Oh yeah, your Infinity games. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I could see myself getting it. Sorry, all the miniatures are metal? I'll see you later. I'm gonna go play with some Space Marine.
They started doing
I know.
plastic or resin, but it's been to, varying quality. And a lot of Infinity players are not exactly fond of them.
Oh, I didn't know that part. I knew
The
they were
quality
doing
is I've seen a couple of them in person. I don't think it looks that bad, but I think it isn't as nice as the detail wise as the metal models for sure.
Gotcha. All right, this thing's starting to get a little messed up. Starting to be the kind of thing that would raise some eyebrows on the battlefield. See a bunch of weirdos praying to it. Just start doing some head scratching. Okay, where are we going to put some cloacas? I think that's going to really bring the piece together.
I feel like that should be the bumper card statement for when you make the VOD for this.
Oh, what is it? Where are we going to put these cloacas?
Yeah, where are we going to put these cloacas? Work in progress, episode 41.
I never find a cloaca when I need one.
Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
Oh my god, Electro Dust Bunny, these are your memes, man. They're right here. We're giving them to you. These are what you should be making memes of.
And this is how Mr. Pink's channel gets demonetized.
Mean memes. Meanie memes.
Worth it, 100%.
Yes. Hello, I've got some meanie memes for you. And you dig it.
I really just need to fucking finish this thing.
Yes, you do.
It's like so close to being done.
Are you talking about the death, the blah blah blah, the Talon horror?
Yes.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
like so close to being done. It's like literally just like probably maybe
Dude,
like
I don't
2 nights of
judge.
green stuff work and then like the base. But the base is really intricate and that's I think what's like inhibiting me from doing it.
Dude, I don't judge. I've got a lot of projects that are probably 3 nights away from being done. In fact,
Yeah.
maybe I should make that a thing in the new year. Where I just like take a project, I'm like, I'm gonna work on this project for 3 nights. I think I can finish it.
I actually remember you saying this was the year of you finishing project.
Did I say that? Or I think what I said was I'm gonna make a list of the projects that I want to finish this year, is what I said.
Look, sometimes you need to organize before you like
Conquer?
set through with a plan, right? So, you can't just go in willy-nilly, right?
Yeah, and just do it. I mean, no.
So I said that
it.
I wanted to do some stuff and that I was gonna make a list, and I made that list. And I checked it. I honestly think I checked it twice. And I was being naughty. The projects were being nice. But unfortunately, that list is in the studio, which I am not in because I'm a fool. And it got really hot in the studio this summer. And I was like, man, I can't work in here. I'm going to set myself up downstairs in the basement. I've just like lived in the basement. But one day I'll go find that list and we can check it at the end of the year. See how far I made it. And I promise that I won't dig out that list before then and frantically try and finish some projects. So I can be like, oh, what do you know? I finished some stuff.
Man, who would know?
Anyway.
More importantly, who would tell him if he knew?
I feel like Nora would keep us surprised of any shenanigans.
She doesn't even know the list exists. How's she gonna inform you?
I don't know. I trust Nora.
Yeah, you can definitely trust Nora, but she doesn't know to watch for this. Our little secret. And here's another secret. Nora never watches the stream, so not likely to stumble upon this.
How dare.
Oh, I guess this is a really good segue point to say that if you enjoyed the stream,
if you want to watch the stream, and if you're enjoying it, unlike my wife, you should definitely subscribe.
Said a real passive aggressive. Unlike my wife.
My wife.
I mean, as callback, your conversation with her last time, the last time with the Look on Nora stream, about how many viewers you get was eye-opening. That she doesn't know.
She doesn't know how many viewers I get? What?
Yeah, you guys, she thought you get like 10 people watching you.
Well, that's because when we had that stream on, there was literally only 10 people watching me. Well, like people see my full-length videos, but far fewer people watch the stream. Like the stream counts are like in the 200s, which I appreciate. I feel like that's a lot of people putting up with my nonsense. Hello to all 200 of you. In fact, I think 200 is a good number. But then like when we did her stream, I can't remember what the exact number was, but it seemed like it was like 250 or maybe 300. So she was like, look, I'm destroying this. So thank you, Kajan, for saying that I get a decent number of viewers. I appreciate it. And actually, if you want to show me that you're a viewer, why don't you like this and leave a comment on it say your comment that you want to leave if you're listening for this prompt is Nora's wrong. Just put a comment on this video right now. If you're watching it after the fact, just put Nora's wrong on the
playing a dangerous
comment-o-meter.
game, my friend.
What?
I said you are playing a dangerous
I
game.
just told
my
you
friend.
she never watches these.
They can sense it. I sense a disturbance in the my husband is wrong.
Okay, this is
force.
good because I was really worried about making this shark thing look creepy and alien because I was like thinking about a fish or thinking about a whale. Like I got another one from Schleich, and it is I'm assuming in German this is called a Mörderfluken, but because in English we call this a killer whale.
We call that an orca.
Oh, do you now? All right, so the Mörderfluken is what I
prefer
started off.
Murderfluken. That's great.
The Murderfluken is what I started off with, and it didn't have that many fins. And then I was like, oh, I'll just put some crazy fins on it. And then I got this shark, and I'm like, oh man, why does sharks gotta have so many fins? Why they already gotta be so weird? Wait, why did my stream look like it just stopped?
Just out of curiosity, what does
Is it because I said Murderfluken?
mean?
What?
Yeah. What does that mean?
What does Murderfluken
It
mean?
just sounds like a fake German word.
Yeah,
Murder plus
exactly.
fluke. And
Yeah, but we don't have murder and we don't have fluken.
Okay, thank you, Kajan. I made a bad joke.
yeah.
It's a bad joke. Understood.
Yeah, no, I'm genuinely curious what you meant.
I pulled words out of my backside because we call the thing a killer whale. So I just took the word murder, which is like killer, and I took the word fluken, which sounded like something a German would say.
Okay.
Because I'm a
Yeah,
racist.
obviously,
And I just put them together. What?
Keelan fishing.
Keelan fishing. Oh,
Keelan
Keelan
fishing.
fishing is so much better, Will. Okay. Kajan, I need your help with something. I need you to write to the Oxford German Dictionary. Oh, sorry, the Schmickschmargen German Dictionary, and tell them that the new word for orca in German is Killerfischen.
Yeah, it's killerfish. Yeah, that sounds fine. Sounds about right.
That sounds so German. Doesn't that sound so German? Well, you're more German than the Germans. I love it. Okay, can someone text me in our Work in Progress Wednesday plan chat the thing about the Cloacas so I can remember to put it on the video? And what was it? Was it like, where am I going to put these cloacas? Or like cloacas everywhere? What did I say?
You're like, where am I gonna put these cloacas?
Let's do it. Let's try for a clickbaity title because I definitely never do that.
And Rovenage just posted in chat. Mördersachen Wasserschwimmer.
Sachenwasserschwimmer?
Mördersachen Wasserschwimmer.
Was ist das? Smachen, Wachen, Schwachen.
Wasserschwimmer would be water.
Killing things, water swimmer.
Water swimmer. What about das Mörder-Einschönchen?
Das Mörder-Eichhörnchen.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Waiting for there to be like
yeah.
a German watcher who's coming on for the first time and doesn't
Like,
know
what
that
is
we're
this?
joking, and this just gets really offended.
I'm out of here. Goodbye. Yeah, I
I've
love
seen this
the German word for
of,
squirrel.
we're just getting all these like this huge spike in complaints from like coming from Germany.
YouTube, you allow nonsense. Get out.
Fun fact, he's Austrian.
Unfact?
Fun fact, yeah.
Who's Austrian?
He's Austrian.
Who?
Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Arnold. Oh, I didn't know I was impersonating Arnold. Sorry. I just love the German word for squirrel. It's the best. Because
German word.
Yeah.
I think everyone's seen, people have probably seen this video where it's like this guy, like, it's like an English guy and a German guy. And then the English guy to the German guy is like, oh, what do you call that? or he's like, what do you call that? And he's like, squirrel. And then the German guy tries to pronounce it, and he's like, squirrel. And the English guy's like, what, you can't pronounce English? And he's like, oh, so funny, Englishman. Why don't you try and say it in German? Einschen. And I'm like, Einschen. I can't.
Einschen.
I think we should ask Kajan. He could probably tell us.
Eichhörnchen.
Eichhörnchen.
I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that correctly. Just I'm just
Okay, you
not
don't even
gonna
have to try.
We once had family over, or rather, not family of mine, family of my, of the late boyfriend of my mother. He had family over from Georgia, I believe.
Yeah.
And they had a tradition for a big family meet over here, and at one time some Americans showed up. And the funny thing is, my mother is really proud about the fact that we have hedgehogs in the backyard.
Yeah.
She has a little. She puts up a little home for them and everything, so they can stay over winter and stuff like that.
Cool.
So she's really proud about it. But the fun thing is when they told the Americans about this being that's living in the backyard,
yeah,
they didn't know how to call it.
Yeah.
So in the end, they told them the German name and told them that it is an eagle.
Eagle?
Eagle, yes.
Oh yeah. This could get hilarious.
It's not an eagle.
Pretty much. That's how that
well,
whole thing ended.
To be fair, when I'm hanging out with Hydra and Hydra's wife is like, oh, I don't know how to say this in English, I'm like, just say the German word with a American accent. It's probably the same thing. So I can understand them being like, it's Egan.
It's eine porcupine.
It's eine Picke Pokefein Schwein. Picke Pokeschwein.
Yeah. Picke Pokeschwein, yeah.
Exactly.
Pokenratten.
Yeah.
Pokenratten? Oh, that's a good one.
I appreciate that the North American stream continues its fine tradition of just
bashing German.
Just really just
irresponsible,
ostracizing our
Austrians,
European friends.
Ostracizing the Austrian.
Yeah, but you European fans are used to that, so no worries.
Okay, well, glad you appreciate or don't appreciate. Glad you tolerate it. Let's put it that way.
Appreciate is definitely too strong.
Definitely not the word we should be going with here. It is not a fine wine.
For the longest time, my parents were under the impression that Americans are basically Yosemite Sam. So
really,
I mean,
not far off.
Are they wrong?
Depends on where you go in the country, but you know.
Yeah.
I always found it pretty amusing because I know, the Americans being what they are. Every time you talk about like a British person, you just like do the stupidest, like dumbest Cockney accent ever, and like British people get like super offended.
Hello, governor.
Go, like have a cuppa.
Throwing up the apples and pears.
Yeah, just like the most obnoxious like accent ever, and then like literally every time I've seen any depiction of an American in any sort of British television or cinema, it's like the most Texan dude in the world.
Yosemite Sam?
Yeah, pretty much. Cowboy hats, a little loose on the trigger.
Yep.
And riding a big long car with a bullhorn in front of it.
Yep,
and they have like
sounds more like Doug
listen here, boy.
Yeah.
Doug
Dimmadome.
I'm an American here. Like,
My favorite cultural interpretation of America is Japan's. Japan has by far my favorite depictions
man.
of American American citizens.
Real American cowboys.
I can't picture one.
Oh my god.
No, you
thing
can
blew
picture
my-
many, but
Sorry,
none of them
what?
flattering.
The thing that blew my mind was finding out that like Japan has this entire like subculture of like American cowboy Western otakus,
Oh my
Yep.
god,
And-
really? I didn't know
like
that.
the funniest shit to me as an American. Not
Yeah,
to
I
mention
mean,
the second funniest thing is the fact that apparently the TV series cartoon series King of the Hill is hugely popular in Japan.
What?
Oh yeah.
Really
What?
great.
No.
It's actually just really
No. That's the
really
worst
good.
show. It's so friggin' bad.
What?
Dude,
I
it's
hate it
actually
so
King of the
much.
Hill is
It's
awesome.
no, it
It's
is
a
like the dumbest
legitimately amazing
friggin'
show.
animated thing to ever come to the United States. I can't watch it. It's so cringy.
Well, that's actually kind of the beauty of it, because it does, like, if you're looking at it at face value, it does seem like it's just kind of very crazy hill country Texans, but like it's like shockingly smart. Like if you stick around to watch it.
God, I
But the funniest
can't.
funniest thing about it though is that apparently in Japan there's huge arguments and discussions
This
amongst
is
King of the
America?
Hill fans. Well, no, the funny discussions are like, should we watch it dubbed or in the original like American like with subtitles? And it's like,
This is like the same discussion we have in
anime, yeah.
America about anime.
Good.
it's really weird, and it's like, oh my god. But you definitely should just watch it subbed.
Yes. God damn it, Bobby.
That's pretty good. It's like if you're ever watching Dark, do not watch it with the English dub. Watch it in the original German, because like hearing someone say like Jonas is way better than hearing someone say Jonas. Or like, God, it's just like the names. It kills me. Like the names in that show are so epic and awesome. And then like you hear it in English and you're like, oh my God, that's the worst.
There are very few things that are like that I won't watch in the native language.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is one. Dragon Ball Z's dub is and I'll go to my deathbed saying this is infinitely better than the original
Really?
Yeah.
voiceovers.
I'm gonna hard agree with that one. Like, no offense to the original voice actors, but Jesus Christ.
You're probably
But
just
like
filling time.
Goku literally is voiced by what is now an 85-year-old woman, and he sounds like it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I think the
well,
last time was
because Japan has this weird thing with a lot of animation where like they think that just because a character is immature, he has to sound like a child. So like every time every time a character is like this like kind of immature boyish, they can be a
Kari.
fully grown adult and they have like a high pitched childlike voice even though they're like 35 years old.
So the last time I watched Dragon Ball Z was like the Cell Saga, and that was like when I was in high school, and I was watching it on Real Media Player, if that tells you anything. So I'm not really up to date.
Oh, I'm not either. But like I tried to like when I rewatched the original Dragon Ball and I rewatched like through the Boo saga and stuff, DBZ, and I was gonna try and watch it subbed, and I was just like, oh my god, I cannot do this.
Can't do it.
This is horrible.
Oh no.
And maybe it's just nostalgia for me. I mean, I think that's probably partly a component because I remember when I was a kid on Toonami, it would be like next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I watched Dragon Ball in English, and I watched the beginning of Dragon Ball Z in English, and then I just watched the rest.
It's another good one. Cowboy Bebop is another one that I will religiously watch dubbed instead of subbed.
Really? I actually like
yeah.
actually like their Cowboy Bebop's original.
I mean, the
quite a
originals.
bit.
Don't get me wrong. The original for Cowboy Bebop is not bad.
Is it
Like
because
I
you
won't
discovered it in
refuse to
English?
watch it the way I will DBZ. But like Steve Blum to me is Spike. Like I just can't. Like whenever I hear another voice come out of Spike's mouth, I just can't. I don't know.
I watched Gundam Wing in English. I think
Gundam
that was
Wing
on
in English
YTV dubbed. Oh,
was a little bit better. I think the intonation in the Gundam Wing American cast was worse, but their like the voice choices were better.
yeah, I think the
I just straight
princess
up
had an
don't like
annoying voice.
Gundam Wing, so
Well, it was my only
Mhm.
Gundam. It was all I knew. In
uh,
fact,
I
to
there's
this
just
another.
day,
didn't
I've only ever
remember that
watched
one.
like that and then this new Gundam on Netflix.
8th MS Team is my favorite by far.
My brother tells
Oh,
me
that
to
one
watch The
one's
Witch
really
of
good.
Jupiter or something.
I don't think I've seen that one. Iron-Blooded
Orphan
Orphans
of
is really good.
what?
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to watch some kind of orphan one.
Yeah, that one is great.
Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Shane Dwarvenage wants you to check your DMs.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
thanks. Oh no, wait, that's not me.
Shane, yeah, that's for Shane.
Thanks, Kajan. Anything? What's going on in the chat, Kajan?
Tom Wilson said he didn't even get Dragon Ball over there until after set in GT, and we got it over here, even dubbed in German. And for me personally, I never really liked C. I liked Dragon Ball, but when it went to C, it got a little bit silly with the hell stuff and that.
The hell stuff?
Yeah, when he dies and goes to hell to train.
Oh, doesn't he go to the Dragon Road?
Yeah, that's in hell.
That's hell? Oh, I didn't realize.
Afterlife in general.
Yeah, after
I thought you were referring to Mr.
I
Satan.
mean, he goes he goes to the Dragon Road, and the Dragon Road goes over that ocean of clouds, and underneath the clouds is hell, and at one point he drops down into hell and has to escape hell. Something like that. Anyway, doesn't really matter.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. And otherwise,
And this is just all reminding me that a buddy of mine who used to be a little bit more into the Warhammer hobby was like, yeah, it's like, Warhammer's expensive. And then he tried to convince me to like get into Gunpla. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Like
you know
that's
what?
just Gunpla. And it's like that's
Gunpla's
even
cheaper,
more
isn't it?
expensive. It depends on which kit you get.
Right. But like in general, like you could get a much higher quality Gunpla for the
Well, yeah,
price
that's
of
that's
a
because
Games
the
Workshop
printing
kit.
quality that like Bandai has is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There is a fantastic video Adam Savage builds where he spends a day playing around with like assembling. I think it was a perfect grade Gundam kit with one of his people, and like the fact that they can do multicolors on
Yes,
one
on the same
sprue.
sprue, on the same piece. That is what blew my
But
mind. Like the eyes will be a different color.
The crazier thing though was like they had uh like working joints on sprue.
Yes, you
Like
fold them together. Yeah, you're right.
the fabrication material science for it is insane, and Adam Savage was just like nerding out about how
Well,
ridiculous their
is it insane, or do we just have such freaking low standards because of our hobby?
I mean,
I
it's
take the later one.
Come again?
I take the later one. The low standards because
Yeah.
of the expectation of our hobby.
Well,
I think it's a little bit of both though, because to a certain extent, like printing, especially when you're doing injection molding, right? Usually you're just dumping one thing of plastic into another, and it's usually going to be like, whatever you're injecting is going to be hot enough to melt other plastics. So the fact that they can get like multiple colors all at once without like cleanly, and the fact that they can kind of mold two parts together, that essentially aren't actually connected, so like they're articulated.
There we
Super
go.
impressive.
There's my
Now,
sacrifice for the
blood
cause.
God.
Feed it to the shark for
There you
good
go.
luck.
Hope you got your tetanus shot.
Very well.
Oh man, this thing is gonna. I do not want to wrangle out my old guitar strings right now, so that's gonna be a tomorrow project.
Future Will, thanks you for your service. Maybe he's cursing.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
You senile or just trying to stall us?
Yes.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
I'm kind of tempted to just use the plastic lictor claws and then put this little handy bit,
I
the
think you
metal handy
should. They're
bit
going to
on
be
the
way
end.
better. It'll be way easier to work with.
It's also going to be like less top heavy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
a good point. Aren't they too small?
They're huge. Well, the lictor, the original one,
They're huge?
are really big. I haven't opened
Really?
up my Death Leaper yet to see how big the new one's claws are.
Oh, wait, you're talking about the new one. I thought you said you were using the old Death Leaper.
Yeah, the old Death Leaper claws are huge. Yeah, they are. They're like just the top like I don't know what you call it. The top part of the arm is like 60 millimeters long.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not fair. You can't expect me to math into imperial units.
I was going to say, why are you using millimeters? Who are you and what have you done with Shane?
Because that's the easiest way for me to measure right now. Because my cutting board has like
Oh, nice.
centimeters and millimeters on it. It doesn't have
Mine
inches.
has inches.
I have to admit, I can't even comprehend how you guys work in non-imperial.
Because we're
Imperial
American.
being inches?
Yeah, inches and stuff like that.
Wait, aren't you in non-imperial? You're in Germany. Isn't it all in centimeters?
Yeah. I mean, I can't wrap my head around how you work with 1/8 of an inch and stuff like that. So.
Oh, the way you said that didn't sound.
Yeah, my bad.
I have no idea what an eighth of. Well, no, I can picture an inch. I can picture a quarter, a half of an inch. I think I can picture a quarter. It's breaking down when I have to picture an eighth. Technically, Canada is metric. Practically, all of our building materials come from, or enough do that all of them. Like if you went if you went somewhere and you asked for like 2.5 meters of wood or something, they'd be like, "What are you about?"
I have like the first joint of my thumb is essentially about an inch long, and my nail is about like halfway
Okay,
down.
yeah.
So like I basically have a frame of reference like kind of built in.
Yep. Good point.
That's how I work. But yeah, like eighths and like 3/4 inch, not like phenomenal, admittedly, but workable if you have a like a decent frame of reference.
Yeah.
Well, for the context of imperial units, it's about 2.5 inches long. So it's pretty
Thanks.
sizable.
2.5? Oh, okay, that is pretty big. That's the like 3rd edition metal one?
Mm-hmm.
Right, this thing's turning into quite the monstrosity.
Urban Age is keeping a bag of barley grains on him at all times, so he can do his imperial measurements.
Is that what they're based on? Barley grains? Seriously?
I have no idea.
Ugh, this
Sounds
is like
like
giving me
either a joke or
flashbacks.
possibly a historical reference.
This is giving
Tom
me
Olson
some.
says he thinks
mean-
inches and feet are better for ballpark figures, but not for true measurements.
That
I
makes
would
sense.
agree.
I can
I would
agree
agree
with
with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
solidly.
Give me 10 feet. I'll probably picture that a lot better than like however many feet and a bit meters.
I just know that a meter and a yard are roughly the same.
Roughly, yes.
Yeah, because we had yardsticks and they look the same as meter sticks.
Yeah, it's almost the same. I mean, if you need to do something with precision, you probably shouldn't be using it, but for general purposes, yeah, it's about the same.
Also, I just wanna reiterate that I hate the fact that there is a unit of measurement of weight that's 14 pounds.
There's a unit
That's
of weight that's 14 pounds?
stone.
Stone is 14 pounds? I
I
thought stone was
believe-
20 pounds. Whoops.
Nope. What is it? No.
I
I-
mean, isn't it also like different for where it is? I remember something like that. That the
Like an English stone
British
is different from an
one is
Australian
different
stone?
from the. Yeah, as far as I understood it, the British one is different from the American one. and
Americans use
stuff like that.
stone? I thought it was just
Yeah,
British.
Americans don't use stone, as far as I know.
pretty much never use it unless like it's somebody who talks to a lot of British people.
Yeah.
I watch entirely too much British, not Aussie TV.
Take off?
We have this tendency to say it's about yay long, or it's about yay wide. How long is yay? How big is yay? I don't know. No one knows. Whatever you need it to be in the moment.
How many hands
Why
on
is
my horse?
Mr. Pink
I
having a
always-
seizure?
Because I'm
I
trying to
always
pin into this
thought-
thing and the hole is too damn small and my pin is very thin. And when I try and shove it in here because I'm shoving into this rubberized shitty ass plastic, the pin bends because it needs to be like resist to go into the hole. But my pin is flaccid. There's your
My
clip.
cloaca.
There's your clip. There's your clip.
Look with your special eyes. My cloaca.
I made the hole big enough this time.
Heyo.
Feels like it.
This is a very spicy stream tonight.
Oh my, what the, how in the, hey look guys, I pinned this so good. Oh, I pinned it so good. You want to see how good I pinned it? I pinned it so good.
Oh, that's
Even
backwards.
It like, no,
don't
it barely
understand how
went
that
through the
works.
rubber, like at one
Oh,
point,
it's-
and it's running along the top of the fin. Did I do that here? No, this one pinned just fine.
Looks like
Okay,
someone's
so
got
we just
some
need a
green
little
stuff
coating of
working.
green stuff on the side. It'll be
Good
fine.
lord.
There you go.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Well, at least that one part stuck. I guess that's loaded up with some. Oh, where's my baking soda? Sodium of bicarbonate. Where's my sodium of bicarbonate? Here we go.
Right next to your aluminium.
Here we go. Not to be confused with anything else, I got a little vial of sodium bicarbonate here.
Likely story.
Oh no, I dropped too much of it. I'm gonna have to clean that up.
It's going to be one expensive model now.
I haven't watched Metalocalypse in ages. I should rewatch that show.
I haven't watched
It's
what?
on HBO
Oh,
or
yeah.
Max or whatever they call it nowadays.
What is this?
Metalocalypse.
It was a ridiculous Adult Swim cartoon from the mid-aughties. basically making fun, poking fun of metal culture, but also throwing on some like bitch and just death metal, like
Okay.
music.
And it's like they're like a real pseudo-real band. Like they occasionally, very occasionally, they'll actually tour, and the music is it's actually pretty good if you're into that kind of music. But it's
I
like
went
it's
to
kind
one
of a
of their
parody
concerts.
of metal bands and metal culture.
I went to one of their concerts. That was the weirdest juxtaposition of demographics I have ever been to, because it's like a mix of like your prototypical metalheads and like a bunch of like geeky kids who look like they're more likely to be over at like Comic-Con.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They're actually like just a really good, like straight up, really good like metal music. I think I have their first 2 albums.
I like Mermaider. Mermaider is my favorite song of theirs.
Mermaider's pretty good. It's about mermaid murder, Nick.
What?
Mermaider.
Good golly.
Mermaider. God, now I need to listen to some Metalocalypse tonight.
So it's like
You're
apocalypse and
welcome.
metal
Or
shoved
Death
together.
Clock. Need to listen to some Death Clock tonight.
I think Dwarfin is just getting into the mermaider thing.
Think
I really gotta,
Link one to a crime.
I gotta spin that album back up tomorrow. I have the CD at my office and the CD player, so I really need to just like play that. That should be fun.
Wilson says,
I
was
saw
that the
somewhere
one
they're
with the
talking
rock?
about reviving it.
Makes sense.
Was Tom Wilson says, was that the one with Rock Salt, the rock and roll clown?
Yes.
Roxo, the rock and
Roxo. Yeah, Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine.
I do cocaine.
It's a very thinly veiled parody of Eddie Van Halen, or
Yes.
sorry, David Lee Roth rather.
Oh. I'm definitely gonna snap all this stuff off Village Sculptor. Look, it's a completely normal fish, except for it's kind of got some weird fins on the back. Well, that's really odd. Let me take a walk around this thing to see what's going on. Oh my god! Oh, good lord! What the dog? The humanity!
Mad at the revelation.
Here we go,
What
I like
the
that.
cloaca?
Cloaca.
Why does it
Stares
have
at
so many
you.
assholes?
Cloaca stares. When you stare at the cloaca long enough, it stares back.
All right. I think I've
Stream
got
brought
enough
to
of
you
these
by
mold lines off.
Cloaca.
One of Nora's favorite things to joke about.
Cloacula.
You say collect them all?
Cloacula.
I heard collect them all, which is a great play on words as well. Want to see my cloaca collection?
This one belongs to a duck.
Speaking of Adult Swim cartoons,
You got into
I
that
really-
character so well. This one came from a newt.
This one is my favorite. You don't want to know what I had to do to get this one.
What's that
My
from?
friend's kid got some axolotls.
Axolotl.
Axel.
Your
Axolotl.
streamer just went down.
Your camera is off.
Wait, why is the? But it, what is it like sensing that? Because like it also killed like the live replay on my computer, which is weird.
I heard you say cloaca 1, 2,
And it was like,
"No, we're not
that's it
doing
for
this."
this evening. Thank you so much for showing up. This has been Work in Progress Wednesday, and it is no longer Work in Progress Wednesday because we used the magic C word. So we will see you next week.
It's the former German fan base just are like
Doxing.
canceling.
Was ist this nein Cloaca? We already scared them off when we were doing our bad German earlier.
Yeah.
Oh man, that makes me think we should be like, now the part of the stream that I like to call bad German. Why does it So normally on my like stream, it plays the stream for me while I'm doing it, but it keeps stopping. I don't really understand why. Like people out there in Streamland, is the stream still happening for you? Is it still safe and well?
No, I still see it.
I hear. Okay, good. YouTube is saying our audio bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate, but it looks like my audio is still coming through my mic. So I'm gonna not look at you. But you're still seeing it, Kajan?
Yeah,
you.
I have the YouTube up.
Thank you. 'Cause you're a consummate professional. That's why, Kajan.
Someone has to be. Sorry,
Generous of you to think
one.
that someone has to be, but yes, I would agree.
Thank God that someone's not me.
I'm not sure we even have those standards, but I'm glad you have a standard.
Mm.
Someone has to be.
Yes. It was too. I couldn't let that one pass up. Sorry.
This is why we invite the Germans. They keep us efficient. Speaking of efficient, this is definitely not efficient. Or safe.
Oh.
What if I cut myself enough if YouTube will demonetize?
Violence.
It's probably AI listening to everything I said. It heard the word cut, and it's like, okay, you're done. God damn it.
It'll
one
put
time.
like a suicide warnings.
Just
on
one
your,
time in this sentence
screen.
explaining it. That was it, I swear.
Feel like we already lost the monetization with the whole Cloacas stuff.
You're probably
It's
right,
educational.
Kaja. Yes, it is educational. Biology. Running a we're running a biology stream. Okay, hopefully. Probably too much, but I can make it work. Filling gaps with random Ervagon bits.
Filling Cloacas.
Feels good. No more Cloacas. I've learned my lesson.
Ah, snap. It's another one. Alex Ovechkin scored.
Oh, I thought you were joking about Cloacas. I didn't know you were watching the netball.
No, I have it on the background, but
More Canadian than I am. We've been over this.
I'm more hockey watching than you are. I don't think I'm comfortable with saying that. I don't know. Like I don't go to Tim Hortons.
Ah! All right, tough guy. You're not one of those people who was Googling how to move to Canada today? I hear that was all the rage.
Isn't it always?
No, only after elections. Usually every 8 years.
My former Lord Queen would always claim that Canada was already part of the USA. So,
oh, that's not accurate. I mean, like culturally conquered, sure. Picks up all the bad ideas from the States and try 5 years, sure. But other than that, there's some small things that are different that only really matter to like Canadian/American. That other people, when you try and explain, like, no, it's subtly different. We sell milk in bags. They're like, you're insane. Why is that different? It's a very important difference.
yeah, that's pretty much like people will cut you with a knife when you suggest that New Jersey is pretty much part of New York.
Good point.
And everybody agrees
Except for those are part of the same country, Kajan. Those are part of the same country.
All right. So, as a former New Yorker, I just want to say that New York does not want any part of New Jersey, and if anything, they want to give Staten Island over to New Jersey. So,
as someone who's obsessed with New York and likes to go there a lot, I've never been to New Jersey.
You're not missing out.
Okay.
You're really not missing anything. Sorry, not sorry.
You are actually.
Anybody
You are
else?
missing out, but you should be glad you're missing out.
Oh, good.
And the fun thing is, I made my own custom setting for Shadowrun, and I put it into New York because there wasn't at that time a source book for New York, so I had pretty much free reign apart from a few scattered references. And I went ahead and included New Jersey into the greater New York area. That would be becoming basically the slums where would be where New Jersey was after the big earthquake, and they would be would have they fenced in Manhattan and Bronx and like the wealthy part from New York. So you had this class divide, and everybody that I played with that was since my former wife came from New York. When we played with her friends, at one point I had to listen to a whole bunch of no New Yorker which would willingly be moving to New Jersey.
Okay.
No.
Even
Not
after
willingly.
earthquake that levels the entire city.
You're like, I'll just stay in my I'll just live here in my rubble. Thank you very much.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, now for the magic. Now the real magic happens. We got this shark that looks more or less like a shark from above. And then as you come around it, you see, oh my god, it's horrible, what the heck? And now the magic part is where I cover it in super glue and then sprinkle baking soda all over it, because this stuff is like just glued on with like a wish and a prayer.
So how
Baking soda will fix that right up.
I mean, this is going to be your altar,
It'll be
right?
my altar, yeah.
So does it float? Does
It's
it
hanging. Picture a fisherman catching a really big fish. How does he show it off?
Everything
okay,
floats
so
down here.
you
Oh, good
we
one, Will.
all float.
We all float or everything?
We all float down here.
Yeah, it's gonna be hung from like a big like moving hook sort of thing. Like, you know, like a fisherman catches a big fish and they haul it up and they show it to everyone.
basically like a hangman.
Yeah, like a kind of like a gallows,
Gallows,
but
yeah,
more
that
aquatic.
was the word. So are you building the gallows yourself, or do you have a
I am.
model already?
I am. I have a week to get it done. It's gonna be great.
Oh, how do you plan to build it? Like with popsicle sticks, or?
No, Necromunda terrain.
Oh. So it's gonna be like a techie fish hook.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah, it's gonna be, because I think the shrines are supposed to be mobile, so it's gonna be a mobile fish hook. It's gonna be interesting. Got ideas. It's gonna work. I have to find the bits. Sure, they exist in the studio. Certain of it. Not really sure where they are in the studio, but there are only so many places they can hide. Find them.
And how much work do you estimate you still have to do on that?
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Kajan. It's gonna get done. I got one more weekend. I'm gonna use it wisely. Unlike last weekend, where I spent it hanging out with friends.
Friends. Who
I
needs
know, eh?
friends?
Who has time for them?
Yeah,
Oh, crap.
I mean, friends are one of the major reasons that's cutting into my hobby time lately. So
Those jerks.
yeah, how dare they?
They're
Having
fun
fun with
sometimes.
me.
What was that?
I said, how dare they having fun with me?
No, eh?
Bastards.
Yeah.
The nerve of those guys. Kajan, can you come out and play? Oh, bubbles. Oh there we go. That'll be me this weekend. Nick, can you come out and play? Guys, I got a model. Oh, so kind of just made a reference to it. Apparently, the actor who played... Wait, is it the actor who played Napoleon Dynamite? I think the actor who played Napoleon Dynamite might be at the Visterion event next week.
Really?
Making a
On Peter?
documentary about tabletop gaming or something? I can't really remember. I just remember one of the random dudes who's coming to this event was like, hey guys, do you mind if, like, Napoleon Dynamite films videos of you while you're playing Warhammer? And I'm like, what? Maybe that's not
crazy.
still happening, but there was a point where someone was bringing the actor who played Napoleon Dynamite to make a documentary about miniature gaming or something.
Interesting.
That's
What's
pretty
his name?
bizarre.
It's John something. John.
Peter.
No idea. You're further ahead than me. I'll let you know how it goes.
Peter.
Peter. John
H-E-D-E-R.
Heater. Yeah.
I think I saw him in another movie and I was so confused. I was like, guy looks weirdly familiar and I can't figure out why.
He's in Blades of Glory. That's the only other movie I really know him from.
Wait, the original? There's a remake?
Blades of Glory? With
It's a
Will Ferrell?
movie.
It's the ice skating movie.
Oh, did they remake that? I thought that was like an old movie that came out a long
It came
time
out in
ago.
like 2007. I don't know if it was a remake.
Oh, I think that was the remake.
No,
Maybe I'm
I enjoyed
wrong.
it. It was funny.
Was that where he figure skates
Yeah.
Mhm.
with the funny fire?
Okay, no, this is different.
Yeah,
then,
Stranger
never mind.
Danger comes from that
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, no, not the movie I was thinking of. It is. It's not. A remake.
Okay. I was gonna say that's an interesting movie to remake.
I think
Yeah,
I'm thinking of
but-
Blades of Fury, and I think that's a game.
Blades
That
of
is a game.
Fury. Yeah.
An
That
old,
sounds like a game, yeah.
That was the old NHL or NES
NES.
era hockey game.
Yeah, John Hader. There you go. No, he was freaky little face with no beard.
He was in the Benchwarmers too. I just remember
Something
that.
like-
I think he was also in like School for Scoundrels or something like that.
thought he was in something more.
Looking at his IMDb, it looks like he's done a lot of voice acting stuff.
Well, yeah, the picture that comes up on his IMDb is a cartoon character.
He was on a direct-to-video sequel to Tremors.
Oh, sweet.
Most of the sequels to Tremors were direct to video.
Tremors, Shrieker Island. Okay, no, he's not been in anything recently. I don't know. Doodle? Where'd you go? He was in a TV series called Swedish Dicks for one episode. Okay, I'm an idiot. He's not in anything. Picking it up.
Oh, he was in that. He was in that horrible Pinocchio movie by Lionsgate.
I think I might have erased the idea of that movie existing from like
I definitely
my
did.
memory.
Anyway, John Hader might be at this Visterion event for reasons. We'll see.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I think someone knows him. I don't know. I think it might have been one of the Hive Scum guys who said it. I don't know. Everyone's got like handles in the Discord, and I don't know all their handles, so. All right, I think this thing might be messed up enough. Oh wait, no, I got to sculpt like a bulge here. It look
Crazy.
kind of like a messed up blue.
Does he have pyramid head plates?
No, I want it to look more or less normal from the one angle. I really like it happens just like by accident because I had to cover up that brand name on the bottom of it. But the more I did it, the more I like the fact that like it could be hanging and you see it from like the front of the altar is you're looking at the fish from the normal side. And then if you start to like walk around the altar, then that's when you see like insane part that is horrible. And I also like the fact that if you were like fishing for this thing and you were like you grabbed it out of the water from the top, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a normal shark. Oh my god!"
Hmm.
So yeah, so from the it'll look a little weird because it'll have these weird fins on the back. I think I'll probably remove the eyes so it just looks like weird fins, and then I'm gonna make like this bulbous kind of head thing that comes up that looks unnatural, because I didn't want to have the like pointy nose profile that was on the shark. And then yeah, I'll string it up on its big rolly hook and hope for the best.
Good.
Nice.
Good. All right, it's 9:45. I think this is probably a good time to call it. Gents, thanks for chatting tonight. I'm glad that we had something to talk about that wasn't the American election.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was good to share this with you. And we will do it again in 2 weeks' time, which will be when I can tell you all about how things went in Houston.
Fun.
I'm gonna try. My next stream should be next Friday, a creature conference. I'm gonna try to do a stream with the Wire Brothers from Vesterian in Houston.
Exciting.
Because we don't start like the actual like event until like the Friday night, or I think Bill's trying to cram in all the games just on Saturday. That sounds like a lot, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we're gonna try and stream from Vesterian. And I was talking to the Wire Brothers, and I was like, "Hey, I have this idea." And they're like, "Oh, we've got such and such a mic and such and such a mic and such a Zoom audio unit." And I'm like, I don't know what any of those things are." And they're like, "Yeah, I think we can make it work." I'm like, "I'll bring my camera." So yeah, I think we got it set up. Just means I have to bring my laptop, which I don't love, but I'll bring it. Oh,
What game? What rule set are you guys using? Are you playing Kill Team?
Strip down Necromunda. So I
Oh,
could also
okay.
probably read the rules.
Yeah, that'd probably be
Eh.
a good idea. It's a little bit
No,
complicated
no,
if
no,
you
no,
never played it
no,
before.
no. That's
Rookie
a
mistake.
facile thing. Just
Play for the fun of it.
yeah, just wing it.
Oh,
Well,
God.
that is like kind of the like vibe of Ink 28. Like Ink 28 is not, from my understanding, super competitive.
No.
Yeah, you know,
It's all about the narrative.
let's make some cool miniatures, have a cool narrative, and maybe roll some dice. So
Yep.
I am leaning into that. But no, I'll definitely read the rules. But I'm not. I've played a little bit of Shadow War Armageddon, which I'm told is based on the next. So I've got like the first idea, I guess, about things that happen in Necromunda to miniatures. But I should definitely. Fortunately, they sent through the rule set, or like the stripped down version. So yeah, look forward to seeing everyone again on that stream from Houston, Texas, which I have never been to before, and I hope still exists next Thursday. Bill has assured me that I'll be completely safe because I think he used to be a Marine or something. Which is, reassuring. Yes. That's enough. Not for glue my stuff.
Yay!
Yay! All right, dudes. Have a great week. Rest of the week. Have a great weekend. I will name this stream something about something Cloacas, or I don't know what, and it'll be great. But
Yay.
Will, thank you for coming out and thank you for putting up with the nonsense. Good evening.
Hey.
Kajan, thank you for coming out, putting up with the nonsense as well.
My pleasure. And good night, everyone.
Yeah, and same to you, Shane. Thank you for putting up with this nonsense. What's that?
I said anytime.
All right. Well, we'll do it again in 2 weeks. How about that?
Yep, that's good for me.
Great. And thank you to everyone in the stream chat who joined us this evening. It's great to have you along. And Dwarfenage, I have not watched Tremors yet, so apparently we still need to do that movie night.
Ooh, count me in for that. I love Tremors.
Yeah, people have told me that it's fun. Oh, thank you, Diana. And of course, Diana is lovely as always and says, thank you for a lovely stream. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, comment, support the stream on Patreon, all those good things. Yeah, if you want to support the stream, there's 2 links in the chat, in the description. One of them is to my Patreon, which is just like a, I don't know, it's like a coffee, but it's on Patreon instead of coffee. And sometimes I put cool stuff up there. And I will be sending people Christmas cards with stickers in them. So make sure you're on the Patreon if you want a Christmas card. Links in the description. And then also I have a link to Fenris Workshop for folks in North America. You can buy basically all kinds of cool hobby supplies from them in Canada and the United States. But in the United States, they don't have the license to sell new Games Workshop products, but they sell a lot of other product, and they have a lot of used Games Workshop product. You consider supporting the channel by using the affiliate link for Fenris Games. That helps a lot. And I know people do. Like, Fenris regularly contacts me and is like, hey, can I send you $100? And I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah. So thank you to everyone who's using that. Super helpful. All right, thank you, Diana, for reminding me to do that stuff. I always forget to like videos that I'm watching, so please like the video, because don't be like me. Don't forget to like your video, because that's a great thing for the channel. That out of the way, I will speak to you all soon. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.